Before I begin, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take on this story. I still remember the text. It came at 10:17 a.m., just hours before our wedding. Her words were simple, almost casual, but they cut deeper than any knife. I can't do this. I need him. I stare at my phone, my heart thudding so hard I thought it might burst. I read it again, and again. My brain refused to accept what my eyes were showing me. The woman I'd loved for 8 years, the woman I was about to marry, was choosing someone else. At our wedding, I should have left. I should have run. But instead, I did what any person blinded by love might do. I stayed. I stayed because somewhere deep down, I told myself this had to be a mistake, that there had to be some explanation. The warning signs had been there, small but insistent. The late nights at work, the sudden obsession with her phone, the little lies about where she'd been. At first, I brushed them off. I blamed myself for imagining things. But that text, oh God, that text made everything painfully clear. I remember the way she smiled that afternoon, putting on her dress, adjusting her veil, as if nothing had changed. The way she held my hand while walking down the aisle. The way her eyes darted toward the crowd whenever I glanced at her. There was something there, something hidden, and I knew it. I could feel it in my bones. The ceremony went on, a blur of vows and white flowers. Every word felt like a lie being carved into my chest. When we danced, I held her tightly, tasting the scent of her hair, the warmth of her skin. Try to convince myself this was real. But her eyes betrayed her. They were on him, not me. It wasn't until the reception that the truth fully revealed itself. A friend of mine, someone I trusted, came up to me with a guilty expression. "I think you should see this," he said, showing me a series of photos on his phone. There she was, laughing, leaning into another man. That man, her lover, his hand resting casually on her lower back. And she was smiling, not nervous, not guilty, smiling. I felt my world collapse. I wanted to scream, to throw the glass in my hand across the room, to do something, anything, but I couldn't. I stayed, silent, watching. The rest of the evening was a haze. I felt like a ghost at my own wedding. Every toast, every laugh, every cheer felt like a mockery. My friends whispered behind hands, casting sympathetic glances my way, and all I could do was nod, smile faintly, and pretend. Pretend that my heart wasn't shattering into 1,000 pieces. I left before the night ended, claiming a sudden headache. I walked through the empty streets, the cold air doing nothing to numb the fire inside me. That's when I made my decision. Not revenge, not in the way most people think, but a lesson she would never forget. I called a close friend and asked him to gather all the evidence, the texts, the photos, the emails. I didn't want confrontation. I didn't want theatrics. I wanted closure, dignity, and the knowledge that I could walk away without being the one she could hurt again. The next morning, I returned to the apartment we had shared. I laid everything out on the kitchen table. Her messages, pictures of secret dates, proof of meetings she had lied about. I didn't call her. I didn't yell. I just sat there, sipping coffee, waiting. When she walked in, expecting perhaps tears or begging, she froze. Her eyes widened as she scanned the evidence. I could see panic, guilt, regret flicker across her face, and yet no excuse came. She had no words. She had chosen him. At our wedding. And now she had to face it. "I hope you understand," I said quietly, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me. "I loved you. I trusted you. But this is not love anymore. I'm done pretending." She tried to speak, but I walked past her, grabbed my coat, and left. No fight, no tears, just quiet strength. It's been months since that day, and I still feel the sting of betrayal in certain moments, the way a song plays on the radio or a scent drifts past. But I also feel a growing sense of freedom, a quiet power that comes from refusing to let someone else define my worth. I don't hate her. I pity her. She made a choice that night, a choice that was hers alone. And I made one too, the choice to preserve my dignity, my integrity, and eventually my peace. So, to anyone listening, Betrayal can happen to anyone. It can arrive when you least expect it, in moments meant for joy. But how you respond, how you honor yourself in the aftermath, defines not just that moment, but the rest of your life. I won't forget her, but I won't let her haunt me. And I hope, if you've ever felt this kind of heartbreak, you'll find the strength to walk away too. Quietly, firmly, and with your head held high.